Weapon situations can be put into two general categories, dynamic and static. Dynamic refers to situations where both you and the attacker are in motion. He's either stalking you or attacking you. The other situation are what we call static. These defenses are the ones that are pretty much practiced in every self-defense class around the world. These are typical situations where the assailant has approached you and tries to, impose his will on you by holding a weapon and, grabbing and, give me your money, blah, 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 blah. For whatever reason, he needs to keep you alive and maybe doesn't want to draw attention to you or to the situation, or simply can't do what he wants to do at this point in time. The other subset of weapons defenses would be the type of weapon attack. Okay, these include impact weapons like clubs, pipes, blackjacks, and chains, like we saw before. There are also edged weapons like box cutters, knives, straight razors, and the like. Then there are weapons that puncture like ice picks, screwdrivers, and awls. And finally, there are firearms, handguns, shotguns, and we can even put in other projectile weapons like we talked about, bow and arrow, spear, things like that. So we're going to begin with dynamic weapons defense. Okay, as I said, dynamic weapons defense refers to a situation where you and your assailant are in motion. Remember, the more distance you can put between you and your attacker, the better. But there are some times, when running away is just not an option. Say, if you're lucky enough, you see him coming, and if, all the better. Because when it comes down to it, if someone wants you dead, you're dead. And there's nothing you can do about it. They won't waste any time. Roger, why don't you grab a knife? Okay. They're not going to waste any time. They're going to be sitting here, and they're just going to come up and just start stabbing the crap out of me. Okay? And that's it. But in the event that you are attacked, there are a few simple things you can do. First, let's look at weapons. The weapons themselves, to use that, and right now we're just practicing with a practice applique Fairbairn training knife. When you look at, we're going to concentrate from the static position, edged weapons and impact weapons. From the edge weapon perspective, in order to really, let me just grab for a second. Okay, for a weapon assault, okay, it's going to be, right up and close, and it's going to be violent, and he's going to be attacking you. Like you're going to see in the next module, really how this is going to, manifest itself when you're actually training, with the weapons. Now, a typical scenario in, your basic martial arts is that everything's going to happen at a distance. Roger's going to take the knife, and he's going to stab and hold it out. I'm going to step, and I'm going to do, this type of takedown. It looks good in demonstrations, it looks pretty, but in reality, it doesn't work. When Roger comes in, I want you to, come in and do the prison attack and then just take me to the ground. That's the type of attack is going to happen, and that's what you're going to be dealing with. Okay, it's not going to be, this slow, lumbering attack. I mean, even if he comes in, step straight hard, good. Even if he comes in, okay, even if he comes in and comes in fast, and I can catch it, because in the real world, this is not the attack. These large, sweeping, complicated movements don't work. You can see we practice them. Okay, him coming in here and me, stab again, big step. Okay, I step over, coming in and doing this type of nonsense. Okay, and then, priming and posing doesn't do the trick. Okay, once a good street fighter gets the drop on you, it's all over. It's going to be tight. It's going to be here. It's going to... I mean, that's it. That's it. Said there's going to be, you're going to have, edge weapons, push daggers, the box cutters, blades, chains, billy clubs, everything. Punctures. I mean, the T-handles we were talking about before with the snapping motion with a push dagger or a T-handle. There's not a lot you're going to be able to do. Okay, all these things that require big movements don't work. They simply don't work. So we're going to start with the impact weapons first. Remember, they're going to be, he's going to come in. Why don't you grab the fake club? typical scenario with an overhead club attack is he's going to come in. We're going to have time to block and do all this, kind of stuff, right? If he is open enough, as I come in here and I start to block, I still got to deal with, he's going to be hitting the crap out of me, okay? Well, I'm wrapping this up, okay? He's blasting the snot out of me. And we're in a fight now, we're grappling around with a stick. It's just nonsense. Nonsense. Okay? And even before, when you're faced at a distance with someone with a weapon, there's a couple things that you need to think about. The first thing that we're going to do is just I want to talk about something that just, again, is common sense, but, we generally don't, think about it. Depending on where you are, using things like pepper spray is excellent. Okay, this is a trainer. I don't even think we have anything left in here. No, nothing. So, just here he is, at a distance. As soon as I see a guy with a weapon, I juice him. I carry, personally, a little pepper spray baton. It's simple enough. There's the switch. You pull it. I'm not going to press it, obviously. We'll wind up clearing the studio out. But bang, that's it. He's messing around, whatever, bang. Okay, at least he's gonna move. Now I'm either gonna attack or I'm gonna leave. So, before we get into the actual mechanics of empty hand weapons, think about things like the pepper spray and using this stuff. It's easy, it's cheap. I've even had other instructors in other countries that are like, hey, I don't use pepper spray. We use like little bug spray. Excellent. Anything that can continue to create distance and cause him to blink and react, fantastic. Don't go rushing into, as I say, don't bring a knife to a gunfight and don't bring, empty hands to a stick fight. All right, so, don't go rushing into this thing without, making use of this stuff. The empty hand methods that we're going to go through are a last resort. So, there it is. You'd be stupid to be caught without it. Okay, let your ego aside. Oh, pepper sprays for women, nonsense. My instructor carried it, and if you look back in history, there's a wide variety of different types of irritants that would be thrown on potential targets. Okay, all the way back from the original guys who were doing, early jiu-jitsu. So, don't get carried away with the ego and the movies and the whole bit. We're going to use our environment. Again, it's been our experience that when we're faced with these things in the real world, you will naturally look to, move around a table, a parked car, dumpster, delivery truck, a van. Anything will do the trick. As soon as you're seeing your assailant, for this drill, we're just going to use a step stool and a chair. Okay? As soon as he's here, okay, I'm going to be moving around and then getting him to, open himself up. Okay, that's a fight. Yeah, I catch one. Of course, it's not clean, but again, getting hit while he is backing up, and this is the main thing that we need to stress. Getting hit, cut, or stabbed while attacking him is a world of difference than getting hit, cut, or stabbed while he's beating me senseless. Okay? So, don't, think that you're not going to get hit. You're not going to get hit. Grab the knife, Rog. Just move back there. Okay, back up for a second. Okay, now, again, with a knife, go. Okay? He gets to stab me, but I'm not really hitting him. The only thing that really was open was when we came in here and he moved back to stop. Now I pause and I hit a bang. There. Now he's out. He's out. Yeah, okay, maybe he stabs you in the leg. Fine. Oh, my femoral artery. Put the Gray's Anatomy down. All right? Okay, there is no way that you're going to be able to you know, she's moving in fast, you know, catching this, and then he's beating the crap out of me. Okay? This is nonsense. It's stupid. So stop it. All right? You're gonna do what's gonna come to you naturally. Use obstacles, get him to pause, disrupt him. I mean, simply dodging around a basketball pole can give you just enough opening to begin your assault. Okay, the beauty about the system is that you really only need one strategy for all types of weapons. Hey, it's not pretty, but remember, it works. Remember, this is not a martial art, but a military system used by people whose lives depended on it. Lives depended on it. So we're using our environment again. We're using the pepper spray. The next thing we're going to move to is what we call the Lion Tamer chair. This is one item that was incredibly effective. Fairburn enjoyed it and, you know, used it. You'll see it in his books. What you're doing is you're backing up and you're picking the chair up and you're putting the top leg into his face and the bottom leg, this leg here, into his body. So head, body. Don't do it this way for fear he'll move in and you'll lose your distance. So we pick it up, we're here, he grabs on the chair, hits him, okay? He's miserable. He has to deal with this thing. He grabs onto the chair, start fighting, fine, there, kick him, all right? And he hates it, and he's getting pissed because I know him, all right? See the look on his face? That's Roger, really pissed, okay? So, you know, it's snapping, it's convulsive, okay? And I'm driving him backwards. Again, we're in a dojo, okay? This is nice and clear. In the real world, I'm not going to push you back. I just want to do it for a little. Stand right there. In the real world, we're moving back. What if that's a curb? Okay, what if that's I don't know, garbage can, something knocked down, tree stump, rock, whatever. He's down. He's down. And it's all over. It's all over. So, Raj, put that back, grab the club. Stick, same thing. Let him hit me, okay? Let him. Comes in, there. Okay? It's a fight. It's a fight. Okay, and you're just driving and attacking him. Again, I'm not really trying to hit him. Okay, maybe a little. But I'm really not trying to hit him. Right? I'm not snapping it in. But again, you need to do something. And if you can grab an object, chair, they're around, okay, anything to stick and use in that manner. Use a garbage can, sure. Absolutely. No reason why not. I mean, when faced with a knife, a chain, or a club-wielding assailant, you're going to have to think of these things and do these things. And it's important. That's why when you're training the drill segment, that you're going to pick that chair up and it's right there. And you're going to just practice, moving, picking it up, and training yourself to look for these things. Okay, naturally, it's a shame to sit there and to be fighting over somebody while there's a perfectly good weapon laying about. Okay, and it doesn't have to be a weapon, okay? It's a chair. All right, anything portable, waste paper basket. Just use it, something to put in his face that is not your body. Okay, driving this thing up and leaving it in while I'm kicking him forward and driving him forward. Okay, even if it causes him to pause for a second, that could be the only opening you need, and maybe the only opening you get. So you've got to continue and be aggressive and continue to take ground. Once you start moving, you're not sparring with the chair. Okay, the only reason why I'm stopping is because I don't want to run Roger into the wall. Okay, you are continually taking ground. Okay, I'm not, this is a heck of a lot better than this. Okay, putting my hand up to get smashed. Okay, getting punched, getting kicked. So, Lion Tamer chair, excellent. Excellent. And again, it's another thing that's been proven to work in the field. So, we've gone through non-lethal weapons with pepper spray will work for using your environment, moving around, covered, picking up things like a chair against an armed attacker and essentially arming yourself. So again, what happens for those times where you don't have access to any of these weapons or you just simply don't have time? Well, like we said before, these complicated techniques, even if you have time, I mean, this is a guy ready to bash my brains out, all right? And it's going to be, he's going to be hitting, he's going to be kicking and punching. If you have a weapon in your hand, you're going to see in Module 9, once you start and you get them to pause, it's all but over. It's all but over. I mean, the next level that you can possibly do a defensive tactic that will only work is through body movement. Okay, so when faced with a weapon-wielding assailant, whether it's an impact weapon or an edge weapon, okay, and you want to be able to, you have to move and attack him. The whole point is to sustain as little injury as possible and then rip him apart by causing as much injury as possible. Like we mentioned before, if he's stalking you, use your environment to trip him. But in this case, we're talking about a full-on attack where he's rushing you, hell-bent on killing you. Okay, now you have four basic choices. Move forward, move back, move left, move right. I mean, back is absolutely your last option. But again, I can't stress this enough. Being stabbed or struck while someone is killing you is a lot different than getting hit or cut when you are killing them. Okay, so we're going to start with four-direction movement. We're going to move to our side and left flank. So Roger's here. Here's the threat. As soon as he moves in, okay, we just step off to the side from this threat, from this angle. Okay, as soon as I see him, okay, I'm just attacking him with edge of hands and hacking down. Hacking down. Roger knows it's coming, so he's here. If he's still trying to attack me, bang! Okay, I'm coming right into it. I'm taking his head clean off. Okay, he knows full well, so he keeps his head down. All right? Back in. He moves in. Good, so back again. We'll go slow. Start from this angle. Okay, he steps in. I step off to the side. Now I just throw out a side kick. Side kick is interchangeable. Again, we talk about primary and secondary techniques. Primary technique is getting the hell out of the way. Secondary technique is what I hit him with. This case, it's here. If I'm in a position where I don't need to, maybe this is too close, and then I'm fine. I just go right to edge of hands and start hitting him. It's really your training up until this point is what's going to save you and what's going to serve you. So just sidestepping, getting out of the way, edge of hand, tiger claw, knee, whatever. Okay? It depends on where you wind up and how hard you've been training up to this point, what your instinct is going to tell you. Okay, if you're even coming from the other way, if now for whatever reason I have to go to my left, okay, these hacks are coming at the back of his neck. End game, knee, straight up head, kidneys. Okay? If, again, for whatever reason, why we're moving left and right, again, there could be a delivery van, a wall, whatever, okay? For some murder, the only thing you're gonna determine is that you have to just move in this direction. That's it. Again, your instinct is gonna tell you what to do. Right? It's just a matter of what you've been doing up until this point so far is just hardwiring, programming those methods into, your second nature, your instinct. So now when the time comes, bang, you're on it. Now, there could be times where, okay, you can't move left or right. You can't move left or right. And for this, we're gonna have to go to the front. So your only hope right now is to jam him. Okay, is to jam him and to move. Okay, so I see him here. Okay, snap out the front kick. He comes, he follows through with it, fine. Okay, fine, whatever. I get hit with this while I'm hitting him, okay. You know, it comes in and hits my head, I get a fist, hey, it's a fight. I'm going to tell you, when your adrenaline's going, you're going to be able to take a lot. Okay, you're going to have to be a really good shot to get taken off the mark. So toughen up and move in. At this point, you don't have any chance of anything else. He's going to beat your brains in. Sitting in, well, I'm going to just do like a big open attack. Okay, sitting here, okay, and doing, this stuff. I mean, come on, okay? You're not going to have time to do it. So from here, it's just a front kick, tiger claw, edge of hand, tiger claw, knee. Really, I mean, we need to get to him as fast as possible, even before he winds up. Attack. Immediately. He's standing there with a club. What do you think he's doing? Okay? I don't know. He's not on patrol. Okay? So, attack him. Don't wait. This is your life. Now, the last position that we'll go in is to the rear. Again, this is your last resort, especially against edge weapons. If at all possible, avoid going backwards. Okay, this is very useful though if somebody has a bat or a club, and, handle somebody, maybe someone sitting with a, hey, what if you get in a fight at a softball game? I don't know. And you got people sitting around holding bats. I mean, once things start, you pretty much know what your instinct is going to tell you to do. The hairs on the back of your neck are going to stand up. You're going to be like, all right, well, it's on. So, in the instance where, again, he's already on me and I react, here. Okay, I throw it out. Now, he's going to swing down, okay? He's going to, I'm going to get hit. Okay? You will get hit. Again, but in the case where, hey, I've got nothing else to do, so, yeah, okay? Came off my shoulder, grazed my head, whatever. Again, last resort. Last resort. But to think that, we're going to come in, he's going to start, I'm going to hear, and you're going to be messing around with this stuff, please. I mean, these big sweeping motions, that's not how a fight happens. It's not how a fight happens. Again, Roger's also wielding around, this thing's hollow, so it's really fast. All right, things with more weight to it do give you a little bit more time, but they hurt a hell of a lot more. So he's moving in, just swing across. I could get hit. He hit me right on my leg. Okay? Yeah. Okay? But I'd rather have hit him and then get caught than him in full bang. You see the difference? See the difference? Okay, taking it out and hitting him and attacking him is a lot different than him being set and just blasting away at you. Because now he's working on you. You're not working at him. Again, sustain as little injury as possible, cause as much as you can to him. Okay. Last, I just want to grab the edge, grab the knife. Okay. Now, same scenario. Now this guy's with a knife. So as he moves in, same thing. Remember, with edged weapons and any weapons, you're not going to die immediately from getting a cut or a superficial wound or any wound. I mean, you're going to have some time left in you to bleed out. So you will not die immediately, from a stab or even a gunshot to a non-vital area. You will sustain some sort of damage, but getting hit and shot and stabbed while you're attacking is different. When someone is killing you. So again, from the other angle, he moves in. Okay? Don't care. Attack the man. Look, weapon loaded here, sitting on the floor. It could stay here forever. It could be a loaded 45. It's not going to do anyone a damn bit of good. It's not going to hurt anyone unless somebody with intent picks it up and uses it. So it stands to reason that you must attack the man or woman who's wielding the weapon. Okay? You cannot chase the weapon. Okay, we're in here, and he starts stabbing, and I'm trying to grab this thing and go faster, grab and stab. So I'm here. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm done. You are done. That's it. So whether it's an overhand attack, a slashing attack, it doesn't make a difference. You're using the same defense. You could have a cleaver, could have a shank. Use your imagination. It can't matter. Again, in low light conditions, is that knife a stab? Is it a punch? Who the hell knows? Honestly, who cares? You can't care. You don't have time. Okay, so now, it's just a matter of just programming yourself. I said, the defense is simple. Sidestep, movement, and attack. Nothing else. Nothing else. There can't be anything else. I know, we have this again illusion of wrapping people up in a nice, neat package, but again, that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. As soon as you start fishing around for that thing, you're all over. Because again, it's not the weapon we're fighting; it's the man. It's the head, the fist, the elbows, the other weapon, the other assailant. Don't forget. Remember, always assume they're armed. Always assume they have accomplices. Okay, so you have to keep moving, you have to keep attacking if you're going to survive. If you stay at X marks the spot, you're done. You're done. So for the static weapons, for dynamic weapons, we've got, use of the environment, using things like pepper spray, using, foreign, objects like chairs, waste paper baskets, anything to stick in there. And then you've got your four-direction movement. Again, if somebody wants you dead, they're just going to come up to you and they're going to just stab you, and you're going to be done. They're going to shoot you, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Okay? You're not going to develop a sixth sense, but if you happen to see them and they're there and you got a problem with them, well, then you deal with it. But as you very well see, the empty-hand assaults can't be different than the weapons assaults. Because you don't know until it's way too late. Again, you're seeing it there. It's so funny because now, empty hand will be one typical martial arts. Empty hand will be one, scenario. Then the weapons will be a completely different, complex technique. You can't do it. You're not going to be able to, all of a sudden switch from, oh wow, this guy's got a problem, to holy shit, this guy's trying to kill me, and then expect to remember, just come in with a stab. Okay, just straight. Okay, remember, coming in and moving around. Okay? Oh yeah, we do all this stuff too. That's fine. But still, it looks good, it's fine, it makes you feel cool, but it ain't self-defense. It's not self-defense. Now we'll go to static weapons defense. These are defenses that are done from a static position, so you and your assailant are stationary. He's closed the distance on you. For whatever reason, he needs you to do something, and he hasn't killed you yet at this time. But remember, anyone who uses a weapon to intimidate or extort is ready to use it to kill. So make no mistakes and make that assumption. These types of attacks are meant to intimidate you. Your assailant will be up close and personal. Eyeball to eyeball. You'll smell his breath, see his eyes, and he's going to use that weapon to scare the crap out of you. So it will not be a typical martial arts attack. So a typical martial arts attack is going to be straight out and at a distance. Okay, at this distance, anything would appear to work. Okay, we can do the weapon pause and then do all that fun stuff. Okay, anything looks like it will work. Okay, sticking the weapon just in here. Okay, all right, working. Taking these scooping types of techniques. Nonsense. Again, as soon as you make a move, first off, what if you're attacked in a small, tight area? So any of these big sweeping motions just aren't going to cut it. Secondly, a real attack is not this. It is, he is, okay, stopping the hell out of me, but do just a grab and a pull me up. Okay, it is here. This is an attack. Okay, he'll be right on top of you, holding you tight. Turn around. From the back, it looks like, just a couple of guys talking. Okay, you may try to put your hands up, but he could just be, get your fucking hands down. Excuse my language. Okay, he's gonna get in here and he's gonna want you to, on a subway platform or on a crowded street. There's not a lot you can, know who the heck's gonna look at this? Who's gonna notice this? Maybe these guys are a couple drunks, trying to walk off last night. Okay, remember, don't chase the weapon. Okay. Your priority is to clear the weapon and attack. From here, when he's up close and tight, if I start to grab this, okay, now I got knees and headbutts, and he's all over me. He's all over me. There's not a heck of a lot you're going to be able to do. The other thing you have to keep in mind is that in order for him to really do anything from in this type of attack, is he's going to have to withdraw the weapon and start plunging it into my body. Okay, so you have this in mind. You keep this in mind. He's not just going to be automatically pushing the weapon into your body. Okay, it's going to be a big motion and it's going to come in. So knowing this, we're going to use that to take advantage of that. Listen, when you're fighting and you start doing any of this stuff, even if we're in close without, just nice and tight, bring it in, come closer, good. Okay, we start, doing this and grabbing the weapon and it's a good street fighter is going to tear you apart. Okay, as soon as I grab this thing, he's going to be all over me, punching me, kicking me, kneeing me. So, and then eventually stabbing me. Okay, so fortunately, there are a couple trainable reactions to these situations. First, having complete and separate types of specific defense for firearm and edge weapon is completely ineffective, meaning that we're going to treat edge weapons and firearms essentially the same. So you have one skill set for both firearm and edge weapons. The only training required is how you clear the weapon. Your success depends on how much damage you can cause your attacker. Okay, that's why, again, your previous training has been so crucial. Without really being able to fight and to inflict injury on your target, you're useless. You're useless. To start, we can categorize all the attacks, from big categories from the front, attacks from the front, and attacks from the rear. Remember, with your adrenaline moving, you won't be able to make small movements. It is, holy shit, this is it. You're going to also practice your attacks with the assailant grabbing you. Save the long gun. Okay, so your attacker is going to be up close. He's going to be holding you. Again, this is in complete contrast to what you typically see, which is here. Okay, for let's just do that collar grab in there. Okay, for here, when you practice a collar grab and throat. Okay, it's going to be here, nice up tight. Okay, or in the throat. Okay, this is what we got to deal with. All right. Again, what you already know are going to help you survive and win. The only trainable techniques are going to be, how you clear that weapon, and you're not going to chase it. Okay, you're not going to reach for it. You're just going to clear it and attack. Okay, but again, a word of caution. A word of caution. This is not the magic bullet, meaning okay, I do this. Anyone who attacks me with a weapon, that's it. I mean, no, the advantage is clearly in your assailant's favor. Okay. But rest assured, there's no magic bullet out there. Okay, given our real life experience from ourselves and the people who have taught us, this is your greatest chance of surviving from real experience. Again, one of the things when we start with these static attacks, it is most important to always take ground. Always take ground. When you're moving into your assailant, that's what's going to allow you the time to attack him. So we're going to start with the arm around with the knife to the stomach. So in here. So we're here. Crap. So it's going to be forearm smash and then attack. So here, again, we're up tight. I mean, right. Look at me. Okay, yeah, like being an assailant. Roger, you also attack him because he knows he's getting hit. So we're in here. It is turn the body. Okay, Tiger Claw, and just attack him. Attack him. Now with Roger, if I'm moving here, right, and I roll and he goes to withdraw to stab me, he can't. Okay, I attack him hard enough, he starts covering up. He's into a fight. You know, twist your body and attack. From this position, any type of trapping is, come on, okay? It's just not happening. It's not happening. And again, I defy anyone to do this. If you think that you can come here and do all this stuff without getting headbutted and beat to snot, you know, come on down. We're open. No problem. We'll stab you all day. Okay? So, with a rubber knife, of course. So, hook it in. Okay? Here, just holy crap. And attack. Turn and attack. Keep taking ground. If you stand here and just this, and then start, you know, now we're scrambling and we're fighting, and he's going to win. He's going to win. You need to keep him off balance and level him. And remember, he's still going to have to withdraw to stab. Okay. If the hand's already drawn back, okay, now, oh my God, you just attack. You can't wait. You can't wait. Okay, because action is faster than reaction. You need to take it to him. Take the fight to him. Okay. Next, we're going to go to the collar grab to the weapon to the midsection. Okay, so here it's going to be in tight. Good. He's jacking me up. Still, same thing now. Here. Same technique. Same thing. You know, it may wind up where he moves. Grab again. Okay. If I move in here and he moves back, okay, I could, may come in with using an edge of hand and attacking this way. Your instinct will determine how you will attack. So don't think that it needs to be, it's not necessarily prescribed. But if you're training and you're, working, you're building your aggressiveness, just all you got to think about is just clearing that weapon with that forearm. Okay. Now next we're going to go to arm around with a knife on the throat. Okay. Here. Okay. This is going to be throat across. So it's going to be here. Good. Okay. So this position, all right, we have to lean into the blade. Okay. Lean into the blade. Again, this is extremely difficult because my hands are now wrapped up. Okay. So the first thing we're just going to do is hook this blade and a headbutt. Knee, head. You just pin the hand when you hook it to your body, or pin the knife. It doesn't matter. Okay, you're not going to have time to, you could wind up hooking the blade. Again, I'd rather have some, ligament or tendon damage, and some stitches than have this, sticking out of my throat, my testicles, my midsection. Okay, so, the choice is yours. Okay, think about it now. So he's going to come up, arm around. Good. Now, here, I just hook. And just go. And just go. Again, keep it pinned and just take ground and attack. So again, from the rear, just to take a look. Okay, he's here. Here. Who the hell's noticing anything? Okay, so I hook. That's it. So now, he's going to do arm around, point the blade toward my throat. Okay. Here. Holy crap. This sucks. All right. Seeing the knife sticking right out of your throat. Okay. Here, the only thing to do is hook it. Hook it. Okay, and I'm just hooking it with my fish hook hand, grabbing it. This is really the only trainable technique. Okay, hold on to this damn thing. People will be like, hey, you know what? You want to go around and fish for the hand, go right ahead. I mean, the thing yanks out of my hand, I can still hit with it. You can still hit with it. So it's the same hook and grab. Okay, so again, you may be cut, but you won't lose. Now we're going to go to the collar grab with the knife or weapon in various positions. So he's going to just grab, and there it is going to be across the throat. Again, now the nice thing about this, if I can't say the word nice here, is that at least it frees my hand up. So it's still going to be hook and tiger claw across. Now we just stomp an edge of hand and attack him. He's in here. Holy crap. Attack. Same as before. No different. Can't be different. Now, we're going to come in. He's going to come in with a collar grab with the blade towards now. Okay, so now obviously pulling and hooking this thing is out of the question. So instead, grip up. Okay, we're going to push the blade and just push it. Now we're going to attack. As soon as this, I mean, you want to play your games, go right ahead. But as soon as I hit here, he's out. It's done. Okay, if someone wants to get, smart with you, hit them. Okay, they'll stop. No problem. Okay, because as soon as you start hitting the head and the jaw, then start hitting the neck and the throat, it's done. It's done. So again, just to show that push again, just grabbing here. Your hand is here. Let me tell you, just keep your hands down. Fine. Okay, his arm is just coming across and pushing it into him. Pushing it in. Now just driving, hacking. Look where we started and look where we wind up. Take ground. It's going to be your biggest asset. And then, of course, actually being able to hit him and do some damage. Follow up this with the collar grab and the throat point. Again, here, same thing. Hook, edge of hand. Okay, hold on though. He pulls the knife out. Fine. When your adrenaline is rushing through you, okay, there's not a whole heck of a lot, you're going to feel. Really. All you do is when you're training, you just focus on attacking. The next thing we're going to move to is a multiple assailant. Now, did you come here? So there may be, good, stay right there. There may be an instance where you're going to have to grab this knife. Okay? Whether, we're here, I may have to just grab onto this to stop him from stabbing me, because as I start fighting him, okay, he's going to start beating the crap out of me. Okay? And I'm going to be getting, stabbed, punched, kicked, all kinds of stuff. And again, I'm sure there are a variety of experts out there say, oh no, never grab the knife. I can think of 100 scenarios where you'd have to grab this weapon. Okay? If I start dealing with him, he's just going to start stabbing the crap out of me. Okay? The only chance, your only hope in hell is we're in here, is to, and now I deal with him and him. Okay? At least you have a shot. At least you have a shot. So you're just here, okay? Just grabbing, kick, 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 okay? And fight your way out of it. And get out. Okay? Don't think, this is gonna, work while you're doing all the fancy movie stuff. Please. Please. While you're messing around here, it's done. Again, you're better off dying doing something worthwhile than something stupid and just, silly for all that matter. So for the knife, for the static position, that's it. That's it. You're going to see when you start getting into the training exercises, it's just going to be clearing all this stuff. It's going to be the same gross body movements. What we're going to do now is continue through the handgun and the long gun and show you exactly how to apply what we're doing right now to those situations. Next, we'll go to static positions with the handgun. Again, you're going to notice that these methods are extremely similar and almost the exact same as the edge weapons, save a few minor differences. So we're going to start with the handgun or arm around the stomach. Again, it's going to be tiger claw smack. Okay, the chance of getting shot greatly decreases as soon as this thing is away from our body. He pulls the trigger. I defy anyone to start aiming and shooting when they're getting beat about the head and face. Okay? It's just not happening. Again, it's not a game. Any small, trapping type of maneuvers, he's going to punch the crap out of me. That's it. That's it. I mean, to be honest, if, he's back here and just the hand's already drawn back, okay, you got problems. You got problems. Your only chance, you're not going to be, to be grabbing this and trying to move it away. Your only chance is to hit into him. Maybe you get shot in a non-vital area. Good. Okay? Anything is better than what you have here. Okay? You still have to attack and take ground. But there's no messing around about it. No messing around. Okay, now we're going to go for the arm around with the gun to the throat. Now, same as before. So we're going to hook the weapon. Hook it. Yeah, sure, I may get, shot in my shoulder. Okay? All right. I'd rather get shot in my shoulder than shot in my throat. Okay? So we're here in throat. And this time I grab the weapon and I just hold on to it. Okay? If you grab the gun, his hand, it doesn't matter. Keep it pinned to your chest and attack. It's the same gross motor skills we were just practicing. Same gross motor skills. Okay, now we're going to do arm around and the gun towards the throat. Setting a point. Good. Same thing. Here, moving in, holding on, attacking. Anything is better. Anything is better. You start doing this stuff without, you're going to be getting to the same scenario. Same scenario. Great. Now, arm around, gun to the head. Okay, in here. Again. Fight out and attack. Fight out and attack. Now, if he comes in and the gun is just on this side, okay, on this side, anywhere over here, so instead of hooking it, we're going to push it. Okay, so it's going to depend on where the gun is and what your instinct is going to tell you to do. And you practice them both enough, you'll be able to figure it out. So, gun in to this side again. Okay, hand up again. Push. Do it with speed. If you'll catch the gun, you hold on to it, fine. But chances are, you're hitting him, he's going to drop like a sack of potatoes. So, whatever. Again, gun on the floor, it's not hurting anybody. Not hurting anybody. Again, you hear that been for years, I hear, oh, control the weapon, control the weapon. Listen, I got to clear the weapon. You're not controlling crap. Okay, what you can only do is injure him as fast as possible and not get killed immediately. So, next we'll just do that to the collar grab situations. Okay, to the stomach. Again, same thing. Still clear. Okay? Again, with a training partner, you have to pull back and take it slower. Have to take it slower. Put it down again. Okay. Again, these types of, scenarios here are still going to leave him beating the crap out of me. Okay? Still going to, it's just, again, it's just, they do not work. They do not work. Sure, they hurt. What the heck? You're in the friendly confines of your training hall. They hurt. But in the real world, no way. No way. Okay, so, again, from the collar and the stomach, again, same reaction. Here, that time, we cleared it, and I just came up with the edge of hand. Okay, it's where he wound up. That's all, where he wound up. Again, so anywhere, grabbing the collar again, to the throat, cross. So now, here, it's a push. Here, it's a hook. Okay? And same follow-up. Same follow-up. Now, either have the collar grab to the throat point or to the head point. Okay? Here again, hook. Hook. All right? Get your head out of the way and hook. Okay, now, whatever. You get your thumb shot off. You get your shoulder shot. You take a bullet in your chest, as long as it's not in a vital target area. You're going to live. Chances are you're going to live. You're going to live. So, next we'll move to some of the more gun-specific stuff. So he's going to put the gun to my forehead now, like executioner style with no grab. Again, when we talk about these weapon scenarios, and I just want to mention, ideally, we want to wind up to the outside of his body in a perfect world. In a perfect world. Meaning that when I'm doing this attack, as in with all the attacks we're going to see when we get to the rear, it's really going to come out when we get to the attacks of the rear of the body. But here, it's going to be chop in. Okay? You want to come to the outside. There may be a chance where you don't have to go to the outside. I mean, for obvious reasons, he can still fight a little bit. But it can't matter all that much. Because as soon as you attack and move in, it's over. So you continue to attack. So it's right here. So from the front, we're going to be hand up, chop, chop. Okay, and then move and attack and continue to attack. So the only to clear the weapon, turn, hack. Okay. Oh, he can pick it up and shoot. Whatever. Okay. I'm just beating the crap out of him. Okay. And just attack him. Attack him. Again, one more. You don't need anything else. Okay. Gun to the temple, to the side of the head. Again, this is an execution style, but still, if he's uptight, arm into me. Again. Okay. This is. Holy crap. It'll still work. It will still do what it needs to, what it's designed to do. So that to the head, okay, we're here, my hand's in front. Here, I chop out. Okay, then I attack him. Depends where my hand winds up. It's still the same type of flinch movement. Where your hand is and what it's going to do, that's it. Again, if you find yourself in this type of position where the guy's, this is kind of Hollywood stuff. Okay? If it happens, to you, great. But the reality is, if he's just going to execute you, he's going to sit back there and shoot you. Okay. So next is for the multiple assailant. It's going to be the same thing. We're in here, for whatever reason, grabbing the gun, kicking out, fighting out, and then working back to him. Same thing. Same thing. Hacking, chin to knee, working in. Still the same thing as the knife. Okay, same. Okay, can't be different. Cannot. Okay, next we'll go to the long gun techniques. You're going to see that they're very, very, very similar to what we were just doing. Now as we go to the long gun, now these types of situations we really don't need to worry about grab so much, okay? And, whatever way you go, as long as you're comfortable with it. Okay, he's got a good grip on the gun. It's under his arm. It's good. It's nice and tight. Okay, so from here, same motion. Boom. Again, once we get past the point of the weapon, we're fine. We clear it. Hack, 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 hack. Again, with your adrenaline rush, you're probably going to experience auditory exclusion. You may get your ears ringing, but you're probably not even going to hear this stuff. So don't anything fancy. It's just nonsense. So same thing that we were just doing. This is the same gross body movement. Same gross body movement. Okay. Again, if he's at a distance, it's a bigger problem. Okay, but as long as you get your forearm to the weapon, you're fine. And then move. Okay. Next is just going to be that gun to the throat. Okay. So here, again, it's going to be sticking up here. Short chop, short edge of hand. Same as we were doing before. So here, hack, here. Okay. Again, here to my, sticking it in a link. That's it. Okay. If you can also, just as a note, if you're here, hook it too. You can hook it. If you happen, if you want to, as an alternate, train it, fine. Hook it. So here. But personally, it's just getting out of the way and attacking. So now, the firearm to your head again. Okay, to the front. Here. Oh. Same thing. You don't need to do, Steven Seagal, and do a, come on. Okay, please. So keep it nice and simple. Here, get out of the way. Pass the weapon. And as you chop and attack, you're moving into the man. Move into him. Do not make the mistake on all of these to stay here. Okay? Because then, you got all kinds of buckshot or slugs coming out of there. So make sure you move in. So he tries to recover, you're just beating him. Multiples. Okay, he's got the weapon wherever it is. Again, I may just have to grab it and then I'll stomp and work into him. Then I can deal with him. Then you can deal with him. So, this coming in, grabbing the weapon. Hey, it's your best chance. So, for all the possible attacks from the front, with the 3 different types of weapons, that's it. Really, a couple of different sets of, a few different ways to clear the weapon, and then apply what you already know. Next, we're going to move to static attacks from the rear. Now, as we move to static attacks from the rear, okay, all of these defenses require you to pivot and attack the man, just like we did before. Again, as always, you have to clear the weapon, pivot, and attack simultaneously. In a perfect world, you'll want to go to the outside of the weapon or the outside of the body. So if we were just Roger, just get behind me. Okay, weapon in my back. Good. No grab right now. Okay, so when we're talking about going to the outside, we would attack here and then move accordingly into him just to avoid getting hit by the other weapons. But you may be a chance where you have no choice. We'll move in and we'll wind up in here. So it's always important to pivot and move in. Okay, so when you're stepping, whatever side you're moving into, okay, it's going to be stepping and moving and pivoting into them and moving in and clearing the weapon. All right. Since you don't have eyes in the back of your head, any attack from the rear, you must assume it to be a firearm. Okay, it could be a stick, it could be a knife, a handgun, long gun. Okay, but your reaction has to be the same. Unless he tells you, I have a knife or this is a gun, you really don't know. So you have to assume and you have to practice everything for the same. So we're going to start with edged weapon with a shoulder grab and a knife to my back in the low direction. Did you grab my shoulder? Again, good. He's going to be nice and tight. Again, it's going to be, now we're going to clear the weapon. Instead of going to the front, we do a rear forearm smash. Pivot, and move into him. Move in. This turn will jam him long enough for you to start to move into him. Okay? Again, be violent and ruthless. Okay, with his hand on your shoulder, you know what hand he has the weapon in. Again, most of this stuff is going to be, grabbing you and pulling you tight. It is not going to be extend your arms, okay? It is not going to be, this stuff, okay? That will allow us to do all these types of, ridiculous, intricate techniques. Okay, if he grabs me to intimidate me, bang, it's going to be like, holy crap, he's going to draw blood and he's going to be right on top of me. So in order to do this, you need to move fast. And, it can't matter which direction you're moving in, but your natural instinct is going to tell you, and don't think we're not hitting with that elbow. Drive that elbow. It's an rear elbow smash. Rear elbow smash. Forearm and elbow. Now, with the weapon high on my back, so there's going to be a shoulder grab high. This isn't going to work, but that will. So you're going to drive your elbow back. Okay, the difference is just the reaction. We had low before. Now we're just bringing it up towards the weapon. And I turn and attack and attack. Again. In tight. Here. The next, now it's not going to be the shoulder, it's going to be a choke. And right now, he's, being nice to me, but he really does it. Come in hard. Okay, okay, it's going to knock me silly. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, he's going to be on top of me. All right, so immediately there's going to get that shock, and you're going to know this is it. So he grabs, okay, he's locked in. Now, just like we were doing our rear choke defense before from grabs and holds, it's the same thing. I'm here, I turn. Again, you have to take your chances. We're taking our chances. It's a firearm, it goes off, I get grazed, stabbed, whatever. Okay, the only advantage you have that since it's an edged weapon, you're still gonna have to pull it back. Okay, you're still gonna have to pull it back. If it's back, and he tells you, like, okay, no problem. Okay? You react and you attack same way. Can't matter. Can't matter. So now, going to the shoulder grab with the knife low. Okay? Here, again, same thing, forearm smash. Moving into him. Okay, make sure, you tuck your chin. When you're attacking, when you're grabbed, you're going to do it instinctively anyway. You're going to do it instinctively. Okay, so we did the shoulder, we did the choke, low and high. Next is going to be grabbing. He's going to do a face grab. So, there you go. And to my throat. Okay, good. Now, this is not good, okay? Let me talk for a second. Okay, you're here, pointing the weapon to your throat. Okay, your only hope is to hook the weapon. Okay, yeah, I'm holding on to the weapon. Yeah, maybe I get, get my hand sliced up. No problem. Whatever. Okay, grab the hand, grab the weapon, doesn't matter. Okay, he comes into a face grab. Okay, immediately you're going to put your hands up. You may even get away with just grabbing here as a reaction. He may just let you get away with that. Because this is natural. Holy crap. He's going to he's going to tell you to shut up and pay attention. Okay, now I pull, stop, hack. Okay, hook it, Stop him, headbutt him, attack him. Okay? If he's in this, he comes in again. We're here. To my throat. Good. Here, oh my God. Now I can turn and start hacking him. You wind up turning the other way. Okay. Okay. But still, hook it and attack him. Same. Next is going to be the choke with the reverse grip. So, here, all right? Here I am. Good. Hook it. Hack. Same. And again, the reason I do show you the other stuff is just to give you an idea that no matter where you wind up, you can use the same methods to protect yourself. Working without a grab, if he's just putting the knife to your back in a low position, a la martial arts world. All right, again, I don't know if this is a knife or a gun, it could be anything. Still gonna forearm smash and then work into him. And work into him. Okay, same thing with a knife to the back high. Okay, here, now it's that elbow. And attack. If I wind up turning to the inside, put it low. Okay, still, here. Let's say he's left-handed. Okay, and now I'm here. Okay, the same reaction I had to my right side is the same for my left side. It has to be. Again, it's not exactly where you wind up to be, but it really doesn't make a difference. Again, don't get caught in the game where, you're practicing and your partner either puts his finger back there and does some other cute BS. Because in the real world, if you're a criminal and it's your job to roll people, you're not going to think about, well, if I attack him this way, he's going to attack me. No, you're not even going to bother. If it's a knife, well, you know what? Maybe you go get a gun. Maybe you try a different approach. You're going to approach in the way that you feel is it's going to give you the highest success rate. Okay, the highest success rate. So, just like from the rear, all the attacks for the handgun and the long gun are the same as the edged weapon. Okay, because you really don't know for sure. Just like the edged weapon. Okay, again, the shoulder grab from the rear, you really don't know, what weapon it is unless he says, "I've got a gun. Give me your money," or keep walking, or do whatever. Again, just we talked about primary self-defense stuff. Don't go. Fight wherever you are, because wherever they want to do, they want to get you. Whatever they want to do, they need to move you in order to do it. They can't do it there. So your best chance, that they can't kill you here, or worse. So here is just and move. Same as before. Rear forearm smash. Okay, smash it in, moving back. Again, the gun is live, the gun is whatever. Okay? You're gonna get, you get shot in the foot, and he's got just as much chance as shooting himself while I'm beating him than shooting me. So it went from 100% in his favor to 50-50. I'll take those odds any day. Any day. Again, shoulder grab now high to the back of the head or to the high back. So now I'm here, so just and move. And move. So still that rear elbow. It's an attack. Move in. To the kidney with the choke. Again, same thing. Moving this elbow in. Smash. An attack. More time with the rear kidney. Okay, here. Again, so we do a face grab, throat. Again, same thing here. Hands up. So oh my God. Okay, now as I'm moving in, now I attack. Hook it and just elbow him and attack him. Foot stomps, edge of hands, work right through him. Gun to the back of the head. Okay, no grab, please. Again. So we're here, Holy shit. That's it. Okay, no, again, the other side. Just if we go to the outside, and here, now we're just clear. Get an attack. Okay, because as soon as you move in on him, he still has to, Roger, just, readjust and fire. What happened? Okay, once you're on him, he's getting hit. He's got to deal with you now. Has to deal with you. Again, that's really all the rear attacks with the handgun. The edge weapon, they're the same. Next, we'll just go to the long gun just to show you. Again, because of the size of the weapon, your attacker will lose a lot of mobility. So by moving toward him and taking ground will eliminate his ability to counter your attack with any kind of close quarter strikes with the weapon. What I'm talking about is here, so he comes up with a butt stroke, okay, and then a cross stroke, that stuff like we do at the club. Okay, so, as long as you're attacking him, that's it. And it works both ways. As long as he's attacking you, you're pretty much done also. So long gun to the back low. It's just going to be that smash. Driving in. Again, low again. Okay, let's say you wind up on the other side. Now to the back of the head. Okay, here. So, comes in, again, just moving to the other side. So when it comes to real defense, under real conditions, you don't need anything else. This will give you your best chance at surviving. Practice clearing the weapon, then attacking as brutally and viciously as possible. Train it as fast as possible. The time between clearing the weapon and injuring your attacker must be as little as possible. You must assume he's cunning and he's willing to do whatever it takes to survive. It's not pretty. It never is. Train with intent and train honestly. This concludes the instruction portion of Weapons Defense Module 8.